On day 1, I appeared in the world of tabs. Whoa, I'm actually Saitama, but something's wrong. I'm missing my yellow outfit, and I feel weak. Like, really weak. All of a sudden, a group of robbers showed up and surrounded me.
Oh, hello, my new old friend. You are weak now. Yes, so very weak.
I was under attack. There were too many of them. I was terrified. I didn't have any strength or speed to fight them.
But maybe you could be the powerful opponent that I've been looking for.
I found an opening and ran away as fast as I could.
Weak! He is too weak. But I sense something hidden. Some power hidden deep within him. If I encourage him, he could be my most powerful opponent yet. Run, Saitama, run with all your might. When I am done with you, you will be my best friend.
I managed to escape the robbers and came to a land of many old buildings. I found a decent place to sleep and fell asleep for the first night. On day 2, I awoke among the ruins. I was cold and I was hungry, so I started to search for some food. I made my way to the top of the steps when I began to hear a weird noise. Someone was humming a strange song. I followed the noise to the top of the steps, where I found a mysterious old man. He had big flowing robes and a tall pointy hat. In his hands was an old wooden staff and a beautiful looking sword. I should have been scared of this old man, but for some reason I just felt calm. Hey old man, sorry to barge in on you here, but I'm looking for some food.
Oh no, not at all. Don't worry yourself with manners. I was waiting for you.
You were waiting for me? How did you know I was gonna be here? Who are you? The old man looked to the distant horizon, lost in thought.
My name is not important right now. You can call me the Wise Old Wizard. Now, my dear boy, what is important is that we get you fed and ready for your training.
I was surprised. This was exactly what I was looking for. I felt like I could trust this old wizard. I had this feeling like I knew him from somewhere before.
So, boy, do you want to be trained? Are you ready?
Yes, old wizard, I'm ready.
Good. Now, if you want your first meal, you need to defeat my little desk down there.
The old wizard pointed behind me, and I saw an actual skeleton walking up the steps. I was scared, but I summoned what courage I had and faced the skeleton head on. It swung its sword at me, but I dodged it. I punched its bony body so hard it hurt my hand, but I didn't care. I had to defeat it. With the final blow, I punched the skeleton into a pile of bones.
Well done, my boy. Well done. You are worthy of your training. Now, come and eat some food. We have a lot of work to do.
On days 3 through 4, the wise old wizard and I traveled to a distant mountain. I was told that this place was called Mount Terror, and it was there that I would begin my training. Little did I know that we were being watched.
Go, Saitama. Train. Become strong. So strong that only I can beat you. I will be waiting for you.
We approached the base of the mountain when our way was blocked by a group of tribespeople. Greetings, wise old wizard. It seems like you have a new disciple. I was a little surprised to hear this. The wise old wizard had a disciple before me?
Yes, of course, Tim the tribal leader. This is Saitama. We seek passage to the mountaintop for his spiritual training.
As you wish, wise old wizard. But you know about the traditions passed down by our ancestors.
Of course.
Traditions? What traditions? The wise old wizard pointed to the entrance of the cave.
Enter the cave of Mount Terror and defeat the horrifying creature within. If you return alive, we will begin your spiritual training.
I looked at the dark cave, and I was afraid. I could feel the most evil energy coming from it.
Oh, I almost forgot. Before you go, here, take these.
The wise old wizard gave me a pair of red gloves. Now my hands wouldn't hurt anymore when I punched. I even felt a little stronger with them on too. Feeling a little braver, I entered the cave of Mount Terror. The path was so dark. I came to a turn in the hall and found myself in a room lit by a fire. And there, against the wall, was a halfling. It's just a little halfling. Why was I so scared? Suddenly, the halfling lunged at me like a rocket. I was in the fight of my life. This halfling was quick, strong, and angry. I could barely hold on when out of nowhere my punch connected with the hobbit. I hit him so hard he went flying. I did it. I survived, and my body felt stronger now too. It was working. I was on my way to becoming a strong hero. I returned to the wise old wizard with a smile.
Did you destroy the evil, vile creature within?
Yeah, but he wasn't a vile creature. I mean, it was just a halfling. The wise old wizard and the tribal leader recoiled in disgust.
Bah! Hobbits! Vicious little ankle biters!
Never, ever turn your back on a hobbit.
I said my thanks to the tribal leader, and the wise old wizard and I made our way up the mountain. On days 5 through 7, I meditated on the mountaintop. The wise old wizard insisted that this was the way to open up my spirit energy, but I didn't believe him. Is this getup completely necessary? I thought we were just wasting time.
If you want to increase your spirit power, then yes. Now be quiet and focus.
I continued to stand there for what felt like hours, but it was actually only a few minutes. Are you sure about this, wise old wizard? Can't we, just get to the punching?
Oh, Saitama, always so eager to punch something. Not all strength is found in your fist. Now, close your eyes, breathe deep, and let your spirit wander.
I listened to the old man and closed my eyes. I imagined that my soul was leaving my body, wandering amongst the stars like the old wizard taught me to. What was I supposed to find like this? What was I looking for? Suddenly I found myself in a strange land. My soul was on the ground once more in a realm I have never seen before. And I wasn't alone.
Hey, Saitama. Fancy meeting you here.
Who are you?
Welcome to the spirit realm. I was just here, doing some training for our big coming fight, and lo and behold, you appear.
Our big fight? I'm not gonna fight you. I just want to become stronger.
You're right! Becoming stronger is the best! And what do you think you're going to do with all that strength, Saitama? You are going to fight me.
I shook my head. This guy was crazy. What makes you think I'm gonna fight you?
Because, Saitama, if you refuse to become the One Punch Man, if you refuse to face me, I will destroy everything and everyone that you hold dear.
Suddenly, the man lunged at me. I tried to fight him off, but clearly I was no match for him. He wasn't even breaking a sweat. With a final blow, the man defeated me, and I was snapped right back to my real body. I was shaken, and I was scared, and I turned to look at the wise old wizard. Teach me. Train me. Whatever it takes. I want to be the strongest. I want to become One Punch Man. On days 7 through 10, I completed my spiritual training. I had meditated for 72 hours straight. I now had access to a strange power hidden deep within me. The wise old wizard explained that this was an energy called mana, and with it, I could accelerate my training. I could use the mana to sharpen my mind and strengthen my muscles.
Your spirit has been sharpened, and your mana is bursting forth. Now, you must strengthen your muscles.
Where should I go to train, wise old wizard?
Go to the frozen north and meet with the North Tribe. You will find a barbarian leader there. In that harsh realm, your body can be strengthened.
I thanked the old man for everything he's done for me, and I turned to set off on my journey.
Oh, Saitama! Before you leave, it is a little cold up there. Here, take these.
I took the clothes from the wise old wizard and tried them on. They fit like a glove.
Those are made from a special fabric that I had enchanted. They will keep you warm and help protect you from danger.
With my new clothes, I set forth for the North Tribe.
Well, well, well. Look at you, my enemy. My friend. Oh, how I wish for battle. For the clashing of fists. For my strength against yours. Soon you'll be ready. And soon I will have my most glorious battle. Journey forth. Become strong, even stronger than me. Only then will we meet. Only then we will fight.
On days 10 through 12, I traveled to the frozen north. It was freezing outside, but I didn't care. Somehow these clothes kept me warm. I lost track of time as I kept searching for the North Tribe. All these lands looked the same, and the blowing snow did not help as I was becoming lost in the wilderness. Suddenly, I happened upon a young boy. He was a strange kid though, dressed head to toe in battle armor. He wielded a shield alongside a magnificent sword. I could sense that the boy was strong, so I approached him carefully. Hello? My name's Saitama, and I'm a little lost out here. You wouldn't happen to know where the North Tribe is, right? Oh yeah, sure. That's easy. Just go that way until you reach a massive wooden door. The North Tribe's in there. I was so relieved. The sooner I found the North Tribe, the better. Thank you so much. I didn't quite catch your name though. The young boy just kind of smiled at me. Don't worry about that and get moving. There are far more terrifying things out here than the cold and the snow. I shook the boy's hand and thanked him for his help and made my way to the North Tribe. I was making good headway when I suddenly heard a horrible roar. A pack of leopards leapt out of the snow and attacked me. I attacked them with my fists as the razor-sharp claws tried to pierce my clothing. They couldn't hurt me though, as my new clothes were magically enchanted to protect me. The fight took a long time, and I was getting tired. I hadn't yet trained my body to fight like this. I was beginning to lose, when suddenly a crazed berserker leapt into the battle. The berserker was powerful and he was quick, and together we defeated the snow leopards. I was so grateful to the berserker. Thank you so much. My name's Saitama. You just saved my life.
Don't mention it. The name's Braxton, and I'm a barbarian. Fighting's what we do.
I thanked Braxton the barbarian, and together we finished the journey to the North Tribe. On days 12 through 19, I met with the North Tribe. This was the most painful and grueling week of my life. Their leader's name was Bjorn, and with him was his daughter Helga and their friend Larry. Together they agreed to train me on the good word of the wise old wizard. Bjorn would push me to my limits like a cruel taskmaster, while Helga would offer encouragement and kindness. And Larry created potions for me. I drank them endlessly as they restored my mana and replenished my strength. I did push-ups and sit-ups, and I ran for miles. As I grew stronger, I sparred with the other warriors, and even with Braxton the barbarian. By the 7th day of my time in the Northern Realm, I had become strong. My muscles were bigger and harder than ever before. My legs could move faster than ever before, and my pool of mana ran strong and deep like the sea. I was a new man, and I was one step closer to reaching my goal. As I was wrestling with the North Tribe, the wise old wizard suddenly appeared before us.
You look much stronger, Saitama. Well done. But I come with a warning. A gang of ice giants are on their way here. Defeat them and defend the North Tribe. If you do, I will continue your training.
The wise old wizard disappeared, and I said goodbye to my new friends. With my new strength, I made off for the ice giants. On day 20, I found my new enemies. The ice giants were huge. I had never seen anything so big. How was I going to defeat them? They looked so strong. I hid there, and I observed them for a while. They were big, and they were strong, but they were also slow. Maybe I could dodge their attacks and win the fight. As I was getting ready to make my move, a pack of snow leopards stumbled into the area. The ice giants could sense that dinner was near, and they moved to attack. This was my chance. I could swoop in and defeat the ice giants when they were distracted. The ice giants closed in on the snow leopards, and I closed in on the ice giants. The battle was fierce. It was man against ice giants against snow leopard. It was even man against snow leopard. With my newfound strength, I felt invincible. I threw my fists around with all my might, defeating the ice giants and destroying the snow leopards. I was exhausted, and I could barely stand, but I won. With dragging feet, I stumbled my way back to the North Tribe. They greeted me with cheers. I was a champion in their eyes. On days 21 through 24, I rested with the North Tribe before continuing on my journey. I wanted to get back to the wise old wizard. He had promised to continue my training. As I scaled Mount Terror, I thought about what would come next. I was already very strong. I had gloves to protect my fists and clothes to protect my body. I mean, surely I was strong enough, right? Finally, I reached the summit to find the wise old wizard waiting for me.
You've done well, Saitama, but we're not done yet.
But I feel strong enough already, wise old wizard. What's left to do?
You may be strong, Saitama, but you are slow. A skilled enemy could predict your movements and defeat you with ease.
I stood and thought for a moment. The old wizard was right. When I fought with the ice giants, they were more than able to keep up with my movements and slam me with their fists. How do I become faster, wise old wizard?
You must go to the Dynasty Realm. There you will meet the Monkey King. He will teach you the meaning of speed.
I thanked the wise old wizard and began my long journey to the Dynasty Realm. In the distance, a figure was watching.
You are wonderful, Saitama. My. Look at how strong you've become with every moment that passes, our hour draws closer. Soon, I will have my glorious battle, and it shall be glorious.
On days 25 through 30, I made my way to the Dynasty realm. The journey was long, and I made the trip with only a few delays. Some animals thought they had an easy meal, but I quickly changed their minds. I arrived among the pink leaves and the green grass of the Dynasty tribe's land in awe. This was the most beautiful place I had ever seen. I felt an odd sense of peace in this place, but also a sense of foreboding. My spirit training had attuned me to the mana of the realm, and something felt off. I felt like I was being watched. I followed my instincts and found a lone figure. He had his back to me, but I had a feeling he knew I was there.
You've come a long way, my student.
Yeah, hi, I'm Saitama. I guess the wise old wizard told you I was coming? The figure turned around, and I knew this must be the fabled Monkey King.
I am the Monkey King, and this is my home. Do you think you have what it takes to complete my training?
I didn't hesitate, and I answered him right away. Yes, I am ready. The Monkey King let out a soft chuckle.
My boy, we shall see. We shall see.
On days 31 through 41, I trained with the Monkey King and his people. When I was with the North Tribe, I thought that my training was hard. No, this training was intense. My mana was being drained faster than I could replenish it. My muscles screamed in pain, and my mind fogged with fatigue. The Monkey King had his ninjas bombard me with shurikens, urging me to move my feet faster and faster to dodge all of the attacks. Finally, after 10 days of grueling work, I had achieved my goal. My feet were fast now, insanely fast. I could dodge every attack and move like the wind. The Monkey King was pleased.
You've improved quite well, my student.
Thank you, Master.
Now we must put your skills to the test. I will transport you to the Shadow Realm. There you must defeat your opponent using the skills that you have learned. If you return, I will send you to the next part of your training.
I nodded to my master as he pressed his finger to my forehead. My mind felt like it had been split in two. And when I came around, I was in a dark and twisted world. It was the Dynasty realm, but everything was wrong. And there, standing before me, was an evil sensei. With a flurry of shurikens, he launched his attack. I dodged most of them with my new skills. I was fast now. Very fast. It felt like his attacks were coming in slow motion. With dizzying speed, I closed the gap and defeated the evil sensei. And suddenly, I was back in the real world, and my master looked pleased.
You've done it. You have completed your training. I am very, very proud of you.
I thanked the Monkey King and began my journey back to Mount Terror. On day 42 through 44, I traveled back to Mount Terror. I was happy with my training, and I couldn't wait to tell the wise old wizard about it.
My. Look at you. Such a big, strong Saitama.
Wait, I know that voice.
It's good to see you in the flesh, little Saitama.
What do you want from me?
Oh, nothing really. Just don't disappoint me.
The man suddenly attacked me, and I was quickly on my heels. This man was strong, and he was very fast. Even with all my training, I couldn't keep up with him. I was able to dodge his attacks well enough, but I couldn't land a single punch. Suddenly, he jumped backwards and began to laugh.
Oh, yes! This is more like it. You are much stronger now. But there is still so much for you to learn. Go! See your old wise wizard. Become even more powerful. We shall meet again.
With a laugh, he disappeared, and I quickly turned my attention to the top of the mountain. Wise old wizard! Where are you? I need your help!
What is it, Saitama? Did the Monkey King finish your training?
He did, but it wasn't enough. I need more power. I need to get even stronger. The old wizard stood still for a moment, deep in thought.
You must go to the realm that once belonged to the evil King Philip. There you must find a hidden door. Open it. Enter the realm of good. And inside you will find the strength that you seek.
I thanked the old wizard once more and set out for the medieval realm. On days 44 through 49, I made my way through the realm that once belonged to the evil King Philip. I searched high and wide, but I couldn't find any secret doors. I was beginning to grow discouraged. I had to find this door. When I was beginning to lose hope, I heard the most wonderful music. I followed my ears until they led me to a bard. Hello there, my name's Saitama, and I have to admit it, but I'm a little lost.
Hello there. My name is Benny. Benny the Bard. At your service, good sir.
I was kind of surprised. This fellow was more than a little odd. Benny, listen, I'm looking for a secret door. Do you know where one is?
Ah yes, a secret, a secret. That's the thing with secret doors, eh? They're hard to find since they're so secretive.
I shook my head and sighed. Ugh. Where is it?
Oh yes, follow me. I know the way. I won't let you down. I won't lead you astray.
I followed the silly bard through the woods and into a small clearing. Okay, Benny, where's the door?
Down, sir. You have to go down, 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 down. So you can go in the door and go up, up, up.
The bard grabbed his lute and ran away, leaving me alone in the clearing. Man, that bard was completely insane. I listened to Benny's instructions and found a ramp that led down beneath the ground. It was a door! And as soon as I approached it, something began to change. The door popped open, and inside was a dark cave. I went all the way inside, and all of a sudden the room began to glow. A portal appeared. This was my way into the good realm. I summoned my bravery and entered the portal. On day 50, I entered the good realm. And I was surprised by what I saw. I was in the clouds, in a world bathed with light. And I would have had more time to enjoy this world if I wasn't surrounded on all sides by paladins.
You! Who are you? How did you get here?
I'm Saitama. I came through a portal in a cave.
Nonsense! That portal hasn't opened for 1,000 years. Come with us. You're gonna see the Chronomancer.
I was arrested by their paladins and escorted to see their leader. Soon enough, I stood before the Chronomancer. He looked very powerful.
Why have you come to our realm?
The, wise old wizard sent me to get stronger?
Ah yes, that old man. Always sticking his nose into the affairs of man.
The Chronomancer was silent for a time, deep in thought.
If he means to help you, then we must do the same. Once before, we failed to heed his warnings, and it nearly brought ruin to us all.
The good leader nodded his head, and the paladins released me. I was sent off to meet a curious-looking scholar who told me he would teach me secret martial arts. On days 51 through 60, I spent every waking moment training. The mana in this realm was overflowing with power, rejuvenating me and giving me all the fuel I needed to practice. Day after day, I was trained by my new master. He showed me how to use my mana to enhance my strikes. He told me to let my mana flow through my arms, to let it enhance my strikes and strengthen my muscles. It felt like my arms were moving faster and faster and faster until the unthinkable happened. My arms moved so fast it looked like I had 100 fists flying out. I had gained an unbelievable attack. The Chronomancer looked on, and he was pleased.
Congratulations. You have mastered the ultimate martial art, consecutive normal punches.
Really? That's the name. That's what it's called.
Yes, consecutive normal punches. An attack so devastating no one has been permitted to learn of its ability and leave this realm. Until now.
I looked at my fist with a smile. I couldn't believe I had learned such a powerful attack, even if it had a horrible name.
Go, Saitama. Return to the normal realm. Meet with the wise old wizard once more. He will guide you.
I thanked the Chronomancer and waited as I was teleported once more to the normal realm. On days 61 through 65, I journeyed back to Mount Terror once more. But when I reached the summit, the wise old wizard was nowhere to be found. Hello? Wise old wizard? Are you here?
He's gone, Saitama.
I turned around and the tribal leader was there, and he had a sad look on his face.
I was down in my village when I heard a horrible noise from the mountaintop. I rushed up the slope as fast as I could, but when I arrived, he was gone. I was stunned. This was the old wise wizard we were talking about. Who could have possibly done something to him?
The tribal leader and I searched the mountaintop, trying to find some clues. And as I looked in the dirt along the stone, I found what appeared to be a triangle drawn quickly among it. A triangle? What could that mean?
I don't know, but it must be a clue.
We stood there for a time in silence, trying to figure out the clue, but we were stumped. We need to find somebody smarter than us to try and figure this out.
I can think of only one man, but you must be careful. He's known to not like the wise old wizard that much.
Okay, who are you talking about?
Da Vinci. Find Da Vinci.
On days 66 through 72, I traveled to a strange new land filled with tall buildings. Rumor had it that this was where I was going to find Da Vinci. I stood in the middle of the town square, surrounded on all sides by large buildings. All right, Da Vinci, come on out! You know why I'm here. Suddenly, a large tank-like thing rolled onto the street. It was surrounded by many men.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the famous Saitama, second pupil of the wise old wizard.
Where is the old wizard? I couldn't see Da Vinci in his tank, but I could hear him laugh.
I have no idea. And isn't that the honest truth? That old buzzard is gone. And the only thing that upsets me is that I wasn't able to do it myself.
I began to shake, my vision turning red. I was angry. I was furious.
Enough of this prattle. Guards, give our guests a warm welcome.
The soldiers advanced, and I unleashed my rage upon them. I was too fast. I was too strong. I swarmed the warriors, sending them flying with my rage. In the distance, a figure watched with glee.
Yes, Saitama, yes! Give in to your rage. Become even stronger. Our time is almost here.
With a final blow, I destroyed Da Vinci's tank, leaving him all alone in the wreckage.
Hey boy, it wasn't Da Vinci that kidnapped the wise old wizard. It was me. If you want him, come and claim him.
It was that man again. He disappeared, so I chased after him. On days 73 through 80, I followed the tracks of the mysterious man. He led me on a merry chase through all sorts of realms, before seemingly vanishing into thin air. I was in the Dynasty realm once more, and I was at my wit's end. I ran with all my might to see my master. Master, I need your help.
What is it, young Saitama?
The wise old wizard was taken. I know the man who did it, but I don't know where they went. Using his spirit energy, the Monkey King searched far and wide for any sign of the wizard, but to no avail.
The wise old wizard is not in this realm or any realm that I can sense. This can only mean one thing.
What is it, Master? The Monkey King paused for a moment, choosing his words carefully.
The wise old wizard was whisked away to the evil realm.
I was shocked. I thought the evil realm was only a rumor. Suddenly, I had a thought. Is that where you sent me when I fought the ninja sensei during training? The Monkey King had a sad look in his eye.
Yes, I wanted to prepare you in case something like this would happen. Come with me. I know where we must go.
With that, I followed the Monkey King to go and save the old wizard. On days 81 through 89, we traveled to the realm that once belonged to the evil King Philip. This was the second time that I stood over the place where the secret door led to the good realm. Master, why are we here?
If this was the place where the secret door led to the good realm,
Then that means this place is where the dark version could take us to the evil realm.
yes, exactly. Good luck on your journey, Saitama.
With a press of his finger to my head once more, I was transported to a dark and evil version of this realm. I followed the ramp downstairs until I came to the evil cave, where once light glowed. Only darkness remains. I steadied my nerves and took a deep breath. And with a shout, I entered the portal. On day 90, I entered the evil realm. Inside was a world as dark and twisted as I could have ever imagined. I looked around and I found the wise old wizard. He was alive, but he was being held captive by the denizens of the dark realm, and at their forefront was a massive looking demon.
Welcome. You must be Saitama. I'm sorry if we just skipped the pleasantries, but I've been dying to kill you.
You know what? That sounds good to me. I entered the fray with glee as my fists exploded everywhere. I was so much stronger now than all those days ago. My gloves protected my hands. My clothes protected my body. My muscles were much stronger now. And finally, with a massive volley of blows, I defeated the evil demon, freeing the wise old wizard from his captivity.
You've done it, Saitama. You've set me free.
It was nothing. Don't mention it.
Here, I've held on to this belt and this cape for far too long. They are yours now. Wear them with pride, for you are now the One Punch Man.
I put on my final clothes. My evolution complete. I was now a hero. The wise old wizard and I left the evil realm and returned to the Monkey King in the normal realm. On days 91 through 99, I told my masters about the strange man behind everything. The more I said, the more my masters became certain of the identity of the mysterious man.
That man has only one desire in the whole realm.
It is not world domination he seeks, but battle. The perfect battle.
He seeks only to fight the strongest enemy he can find.
His name is Vulcan, and he will stop at nothing to fight you.
I stood in silence for a time, contemplating my next move. I won't let anyone else get hurt on my behalf. I will face Vulcan and give him exactly the fight he desires. The Monkey King shook his head sadly.
I do not know for certain if this is an enemy you can defeat. Vulcan is powerful, and he is ruthless.
I smiled sadly at my masters. I could almost think of them as fathers or grandfathers now. I know the odds are stacked against me, but I have to try, or this nightmare will never end. I said goodbye to my friends, my family, my masters, and set off in search of this strange enemy of mine.
So, my wonderful friend, my happy enemy, you've come to fulfill your destiny.
I turned to face Vulcan head on. I am not afraid of you. Your madness ends here. Vulcan released a hysterical laugh.
Oh no, my boy! It does not end here. This fight will end somewhere far more fitting for a battle worthy of us. Go to the land where the water gives way to the sand. Find the Great Pyramid. There, you will find me.
I recoiled in surprise. The small triangle drawn in the sand on the mountaintop.
Yes, precisely.
Vulcan vanished from my sight, so I set forth for the land in the sand. On day 100, I arrived at the base of the Great Pyramid, and Vulcan was there, waiting for me.
So it comes to this, my dear boy, or should I say, my great man, for you are no longer a boy. Yes, I can sense the great strength within you. You are here, now, at full power.
I was ready for our final fight. Your tyranny ends here, Vulcan. With a quick move, Vulcan teleported behind me, closing the distance, and our battle was commenced. I was thrilled. I could keep up with them now, where before I faltered. Now only strength remained. Vulcan was no match for my power.
Yes, Saitama, yes! Come at me! Fight me with everything you have! Give me all your power and let us dance! Let us create a symphony of destruction!
Our battle waged on, and I was swiftly gaining the upper hand. And finally, with one last volley, I smote his ruin upon the sands. Vulcan was defeated, and I was a hero. I was One Punch Man, and Vulcan would never spread his evil ever again. Just imagine you're a kid fighting monsters, joining pirates, and finding treasure for 100 days. On day 1, I appeared in the world of taps. Whoa, I'm a little kid. I have a red hoodie and yellow hair. I don't have any weapons though. It was cool to be a kid. I had a mom and a dad who took care of me, but I felt strange. Wait, what was that over there? All of a sudden, a squad of knights attacked my home. I gotta get out of here. Oh no, they're after my parents. Just then, an evil-looking king came and started attacking my home too.
Crow, run! Get out of here! We'll hold them off!
That was my dad talking, so I did as he said and ran away. I eventually came to a new farm. I should be safe here in this wheat field. Suddenly, I was attacked by a farmer. Oh no, this farmer is trying to kill me. I gotta get out of here. I punched the farmer to stun him for a moment so I could escape. I ran a long way and I found a cave. I slept there for the night and finally felt safe from this crazy world. Man, being a kid is scary. On day 2, I returned to my home and found my dad. Hey dad, who was that king? And what did he want? My dad looked nervous.
That was the evil King Philip. He wants to destroy our farm and own our land.
I was shocked. This was my home. I wasn't going to let some evil king take it. Don't worry, Dad. You're too old now. I'll become a great hero and protect our home. My dad went into his house and came back out with a small sword. He gave it to me and told me that it was his when he was a kid. I was so excited. My dad led me to the fields to practice.
Here, try swinging your new sword on this old scarecrow.
I swung the sword with all my might, but suddenly the scarecrow came to life. His crows pecked at me, but I wasn't afraid. I had a sword now, and I could win. With a big slash, I defeated the scarecrow. My dad was very proud. I said my goodbyes to my mom and my dad and took my new sword and set off down the road in search of adventure. For days 3 through 5, I traveled the road when I suddenly found the cave I had slept in. Feeling tired, I went inside the cave to have a nap. Suddenly, a tribal leader came out of the cave and surprised me.
What are you doing in my cave?
Sorry, I was tired. I'm on my way to defeat the evil King Philip. The tribal leader thought for a moment before pointing to the top of the mountain.
Climb Mount Terror. At the top is an old and wise wizard. He will help you.
Suddenly, we were attacked by raptors. I fought them with my sword and the tribal leader fought them with his axes. I gave a mighty slash and defeated the last raptor. I smiled at the tribal leader and offered him some food. Together we stayed in the cave until morning. He told me the stories of his people, I told him about my mom and dad. We ate our food and went to sleep for the night. For days 6 and 7, I thanked the tribal leader and set off for the mountain. I was excited to meet the old wizard. I reached the foot of the mountain and looked up. It was huge! The rocks were sharp and the climb was steep, but I didn't give up. I climbed and climbed and climbed. I was very tired, but I reached the top of Mount Terror. The old wizard was there waiting for me. I think he knew I was coming.
If you want to defeat the evil King Philip, you will need help.
What do I do, wise old wizard?
Go and find the people of the north. They will help you.
I thanked the old wizard when I heard a terrible noise. It was skeletons! There were so many of them! But I had the old wizard with me. He casted powerful spells and defeated all the monsters. After the crazy battle, I waved at the old man and went off to find the North tribe. For days 8 through 10, I traveled to the frozen north. It was very cold outside. I grabbed some warm clothes on the way so I wouldn't freeze. While I was searching for the northern tribe, I found a chest in the snow. I thought there might be treasure inside. I just opened the frozen chest when suddenly there was a terrible noise. It was a mammoth, and he was not happy to see me. I pulled out my sword and charged at the mammoth. I was so scared. It was huge! How was I going to defeat this hairy elephant? The mammoth almost got me when arrows came out of nowhere. It was the North tribe. They were here to rescue me. Together we defeated the mammoth and I thanked the North tribe for their help. I returned to the open chest and reached inside. I found a shield. This would help me fight mammoths in the future. With my new shield in hand, I followed the North tribe back to their home. For days 11 through 14, I met with the North tribe. They were a very friendly people. They showed me their weapons and gave me new armor to help protect me and keep me warm. Their leader's name was Bjorn. He was the biggest person in the North tribe. He wore a bearskin on his head to show he was the leader.
Why did you come to the North tribe?
I need help to defeat the evil King Philip.
Bah, I hate the evil King Philip. We will help you.
I smiled at Bjorn and thanked him for his help. He offered his daughter Helga to help me on my journey. She was a strong and brave fighter. I was excited to make a new friend. Helga and I set off on our adventure. I wanted to find King Philip soon. Suddenly, the old wise wizard appeared.
Go to the land of tall buildings. There you will meet a potion seller. He will help you.
He disappeared, so we started walking. For days 15 through 20, we traveled a long way from the North tribe. I led Helga through a land of green grass. We were ambushed. Evil King Philip had sent his soldiers to stop us. I fought hard, using my new shield and armor to protect myself. Helga was strong, but she got hurt and fell to the ground. I used my sword and gave a mighty slash. I killed all the evil soldiers. I was scared though. Helga was hurt. I picked her up and carried her along. I needed to see the potion seller. He would have a potion to heal Helga. It grew dark, so I brought her to a cave to rest. There was plenty of food left, so I ate and fed some to Helga. I felt much better, but I needed to be quick. We slept for the night in the cave. On days 21 through 24, I carried Helga to the land of tall buildings. I had never seen a town so big. I was searching for the potion seller when suddenly I met a thief. He wanted all of my money, but I said no. I needed to find the potion seller to save Helga. The thief attacked me, but he was no match for my new sword skills. I killed him quickly. I was much stronger now than when I was back at the farm. I brought Helga to the home of the potion seller. His name was Larry, and he had a potion that could save her. To make it, he needed special petals from the trees in the Dynasty Tribe realm.
Go and bring me some pink petals, and I can heal your friend.
I left Helga with Larry and set off to see the Dynasty Tribe. On days 24 through 30, I traveled a very long way to the Dynasty realm. I was surprised. The land was very beautiful. I was a bit scared though. It felt like I was being watched. I came up to a big tree with pink flower petals. This is what the potion seller needs to help Helga. I plucked a handful of petals and put them in my pocket when suddenly a ninja jumped out at me. I pulled out my sword and fought the ninja. He was very fast and he threw his shurikens at me. After a little while fighting, I started to get the hang of it. I could deflect his attacks. I just learned a new skill. This ninja was no match for my strength. I killed him with a big swing from my sword. With the pink petals in my pocket, I made my way back to Helga and the potion seller. For days 31 through 37, I returned to the land of tall buildings. I was so excited to have Helga healed, but I wasn't alone. The evil King Philip's soldiers had returned, and they were led by a powerful-looking knight. I drew my sword and prepared to fight. I had to save Helga. The archers tried to shoot me with their arrows, but I deflected them with my new skill. The evil soldiers fell one by one to my powerful sword swings. I felt so strong. The knight leader was a tough opponent, but I defeated him too. The soldiers were no match for me. I finished my fight and ran quickly to the potion seller.
Do you have the pink petals that I need?
Here you go. I gave him the petals, and Larry made the potion for me. I fed the potion to Helga, and she was healed. We thanked Larry the potion seller and convinced him to join us on our adventure. For days 32 through 40, I traveled back to Mount Terror. I wanted to see the wise old wizard again. I climbed the steep mountains once more, this time with Larry and Helga. We reached the top and we were exhausted. The wise old wizard was waiting for us.
I see you have returned with friends.
Yes, wise old wizard. Where must we go next?
If you want to defeat the evil King Philip, you must be strong. If your friends pass my test, I will answer your question.
The old wizard summoned skeletons to fight us. I drew my sword and attacked. Larry threw his potions at the skeletons and Helga threw her head. I felt strong, even stronger than before. The skeletons were defeated quickly and the wise old wizard was pleased.
Go to the realm where the land meets the sea. There you will find a queen.
I thanked the wise old wizard and continued on my quest. For days 40 through 50, we journeyed a very long way. I brought my new friends to the very ends of the land. I could smell the ocean, and I could hear the waves. Larry was excited to be here, and Helga had never seen so much water. Suddenly, a loud bang scared us. Someone had shot a gun into the sky. Out of nowhere, we were surrounded by pirates. I was trapped with my friends.
What are you doing on our land?
We're here to meet a queen, but I don't see any castles near here.
Oh yeah? We'll take you to see the queen, all right.
I didn't like the sound of that. The pirates took us to their ship. I was scared for my friend's safety. The queen appeared and she was beautiful.
My name is Kira. What do you guys want?
We're looking for help to defeat the evil King Philip.
Not a chance. Lock him up.
We were sent away to be put in prison. How was I going to save my family? For days 50 through 56, we were trapped under the guard of the pirates. I was worried that we would never escape. When suddenly more soldiers showed up, the evil King Philip's men were back. They attacked the pirates quickly. Kira the pirate queen fought bravely. Soon the pirates defeated the soldiers.
Hey, you guys, come with me. The queen wants to talk to you.
I had a good feeling as we met Kira. I will help you kill the evil King Philip. I lost many good pirates in that battle. Thank you so much, Kira the Pirate Queen. But first you must pass my test. Enter the Cave of Sorrow and defeat the Ghost of Blackbeard. If you return and prove your strength, I will join you. I agreed. I left my friends behind with the pirates and I got a good night's rest to prepare. On day 57, I approached the Cave of Sorrow. I was scared. Was there really a ghost inside? I gave my head a shake. Time to be brave, Crow. I held tight to my sword and shield and entered the cave. Inside sat the skeleton of Blackbeard. I found a chest filled with treasure too. Suddenly, I heard a scary noise. It was the ghost of Blackbeard. I used my shield to block a mighty blow as I swung my sword. We fought for what felt like forever. Blackbeard was strong, but so was I. I finally killed the ghost with a massive swing. I noticed the closed treasure chest had opened, and inside was an amazing sword. I was so happy. This sword was powerful. I left the cave and returned to Kira the Pirate Queen.
You have proven your strength. I will join you.
For days 58 through 68, we completed the long journey. I took my friends up the steep stones of Mount Terror. The old wise wizard greeted us with a laugh.
You did it. You befriended Kira. Congratulations.
What do we do now, wise old wizard?
You must gather your forces and march on the evil castle.
I turned to my new friends. We were ready. I told Kira to ready her pirates. I told Helga to ready her barbarians. But then I turned to Larry a little confused. What army can you bring?
Oh, don't worry, Crow. I'll find us some help.
I said goodbye to my friends and journeyed back to my home. My mom and dad were outside. I went to them and told them everything. They were so proud of me. My dad told me that the king was getting impatient. The evil soldiers would return soon. I said goodbye to my parents and journeyed to meet my friends. On days 69 through 74, I met Helga at the North Tribe. Her father Bjorn agreed to send his barbarians. I went around and spoke to everyone. The warriors were ready, the archers were ready, the barbarians were ready. Everyone was ready to bring the fight to evil King Philip. Suddenly, a mammoth barged into the area. The archers moved to shoot it again. I stopped them and faced the mammoth alone. I was stronger now, much stronger now. No mammoth was gonna stop me. I had to protect my family. I had to protect my home. I swung my sword with all my might. The mammoth fell dead to the icy floor. All the North Tribe was cheering. Everyone was so proud of me. I told Helga and Bjorn to meet at the evil castle. I waved goodbye and left for the pirate realm. On days 75 through 85, I traveled the long journey to the ocean. Kira the Pirate Queen was there with her army. She had pistol bearers, she had blunderbusses, she even had bomb throwers and cannons too. I was very impressed.
We even have harpooners.
What's a harpooner?
Here, Watch this.
Suddenly, a walking, talking clam came out of the water. The harpooner fired his gun and skewered the walking clam. The harpoon retracted, dragging the clam person right to the harpooner. I had never seen a weapon like it. I was so impressed.
These will help us defeat the evil King Philip.
I don't doubt it. I waved goodbye as Kira and her army left. I would meet them at the evil castle. Before I left, I went back to the cave of Blackbeard. I wanted to say thank you. This new sword would help us defeat the evil king. For days 86 through 96, I journeyed away from the ocean. I arrived at the realm of tall buildings to meet with Larry, but I was shocked. I found Larry, but he wasn't alone. There was more than one Larry.
These are my brothers. There are too many to name, but there are Barry, Harry, Mary, Terry, and many, many more.
This is amazing, Larry. This will help so much. I was immediately surrounded by all the Larry brothers. They were very happy to see me. I was very confused as they told me all their names. How could I ever tell them apart? Larry approached me and shook my hand.
Are we ready to go defeat the evil King Philip?
Yes, I think we're ready. I waved goodbye as the Larry brothers made their way to the evil castle. The time had come. I left the realm of tall buildings and walked towards my destiny. On days 97 through 99, I arrived at the evil king's castle. All my friends were already there. Kira was at the head of her pirate army. Larry was there with his brothers. Helga and her dad Bjorn were also there. I was so happy to see everyone. Suddenly, there was a surprise. My mom and dad got the word out, and all the farmer people had come as well. I saw halflings. I saw people with wheelbarrows. I even saw haunted scarecrows. I was so proud of my parents. I was proud of everyone. Together, we would defeat the evil king and his army. I called a meeting of all my friends. I told them that we had to wait. It was best to attack at dawn. My friends agreed, and we made our way back to set up camp for the night. On day 100, we awoke. The soldier army of the evil King Philip was coming. My friends and their armies arrived to meet them. I was scared, but I was also excited. I was not the weak boy that started this journey. I was strong now. Very strong. I was ready to defend my friends and family. I heard a horn sound, and suddenly the armies clashed together. The soldiers of evil King Philip attacked, but my friends were strong. Kira and her pirates opened fire. Bjorn and his berserkers jumped into battle. Larry and his brothers threw all of their potions. Even the farmers charged into battle. I stayed behind, waiting. I knew the evil King Philip would show himself soon. There, over there, at the top of the castle. I saw him. I ran as fast as I could to confront him, but he ran away. I chased him all the way to the top of a mountain. I had him cornered. He couldn't escape.
So you think you can defeat me, boy?
I don't think I can. I know I can. I drew my new sword and attacked King Philip. The battle was long. King Philip was no ordinary man. He was fast and he was powerful. I was growing tired, my strength failing. Suddenly, the wise old wizard appeared.
You can do it, Crow. Fight back.
I felt strength flow into me. I couldn't lose. I had to protect my friends and my family. I had to protect my home. With a mighty slash, I used all of my strength and killed the evil King Philip. I did it! I defeated the evil king! I saved everyone! Just imagine you're a baby ice giant, growing older, meeting friends, and fighting zombies for 100 days! On day 1, I appeared in the world of tabs. Whoa! I'm actually a baby ice giant! I was really small compared to my parents, and I had a baby bonnet on my head. I was living in the frozen north with my ice giant family. Suddenly, a tribe of barbarians invaded our home. I was so scared.
Hugo, run! Hide behind a tree. We will keep you safe.
I listened to my mother and hid behind a tree. The battle lasted a long time. My ice giant family was really strong. They used their giant fists to slam their enemies, and their skin was as hard as stone. Before long, the tribal faction ran away in fear. The ice giant tribe was victorious. I was reunited with my family, and together we celebrated our victory. On day 2, I awoke in the morning. I felt strange. It almost seemed like I grew a little bigger. Mom? Dad? Did I just grow?
Yes, son, you did.
Here in the magical snow of the north, we grow very quickly.
I was so excited. I was gonna be huge. I stayed with my parents for a while, but before long, I was getting bored. I decided to go exploring. I made my way amongst the snow and came upon some funny trees. The leaves were very pretty. I wanted to bring some home to my mom and dad. As I reached for the branches, I heard a strange noise. Behind me was a very green person. The green man suddenly lunged at me. I was under attack, but I was too small to defend myself. The green man made some very strange noises. It almost sounded like he was hungry. I was so scared and I cried out for help. Suddenly, a barbarian leapt in to save me. He used his axes and defeated defeated the Green Man. Thank you so much for saving me. My name is Hugo.
The name's Broxton, and you are very welcome, Hugo.
We went our separate ways, and I ran home to my parents. On days 3 through 5, I rushed back home and told my parents about what happened. They were in shock. Nobody had any idea who the Green Man was. We were all very afraid.
Nobody is to leave the safety of the family.
My dad was the leader of the Ice Giants. He was the bravest and the smartest of all of us. I was definitely not happy though. I wanted to explore, to find something fun to do. I started to adventure further from the family. I didn't go too far though. I could still see them. While I walked among the trees, I heard that strange sound again. I was so scared. Help! Help! The Green Man is here! My parents came to rescue me, and there wasn't just one Green Man, but many of them! The Green Men tried to attack me, but my dad froze them with his ice breath. These Green Men were no match for the Ice Giants. When the battle was over, I turned to my parents. What are those things?
I don't know, but I don't think they're alive.
On days 6 through 12, I had grown a lot bigger. I was no longer a baby. Now I was a really big kid, and I felt much stronger now. We continued to stop the attacks of the Green Men, but their numbers were growing, and the Ice Giants were starting to get desperate. Mom? Dad? We need help.
You're right. Let's go speak to the barbarians.
My family and I made the journey to the North Tribe. When we got there, we were shocked. The North Tribe was under attack by the Green Men, and it looked like they were losing. The Ice Giants jumped into battle. There were a lot of Green Men, but we were not afraid. We used our great strength to help the North Tribe defeat the Green Men. I looked around at the survivors. The North Tribe was once very large, but now only a few people remained. I told the North Tribe that we came in peace and told them about the Green Men that kept attacking us. The eyes of the tribal leader grew wide with shock.
Those are not green men. Those are zombies, and they have been attacking us as well.
The tribal faction had lost so many people to the zombies, and soon there'd be nobody left to defend these lands. The Ice Giants and the tribal faction created a truce. They would protect each other from the coming zombie horde. On days 13 through 20, we defended the North Tribe. The zombies continued their attacks almost every single day, and their numbers were growing quickly. If we didn't do something soon, none of us would survive. I grabbed the North Tribe leader and ran over to my parents. We need to go out into the world and find some help. Reluctantly, they agreed. Braxton the Barbarian and a woman named Helga offered to go with me. Together we traveled the snowy lands looking for people that could help us. We were making good time when suddenly we were ambushed. A very strange zombie approached us. It was unlike anything we had seen until now. It made a strange sound, and suddenly more zombies appeared. This must be a zombie mother. We charged into battle against the zombies. Braxton was strong, and his axes were sharp. Helga was very smart and used her head well. I slammed the zombies with my massive fists. Together we killed the zombie mother and all of her zombie children.
This is getting out of hand. We need to find help fast.
On days 21 through 27, we continued exploring the world. I was no longer a child. I had grown into a full-blown adult, and for some strange reason, I had hair. Never in Ice Giant history had someone had hair before.
I always knew you were special.
We left the realm of ice and snow and came to a very strange place. There was dirt and sand in every direction, and the air was very warm, and these strange tall structures could be seen amongst the dirt. My friends said that these were called buildings.
This is the Western realm. We might find some help here.
Suddenly, a group of bandits surrounded us. We were completely trapped, and a strange-looking man stepped forward.
What have we here?
Helga explained the situation. She pleaded with the strange man, but he did not seem amused.
Zombies? For real? You must be about your mind.
I was beginning to lose hope when I heard that strange noise once more. Zombies were attacking the town. Now the people that were our captors all of a sudden became our friends, and together we turned to defeat the zombies. There were so many of them. I managed to kill a few, but the Western faction killed many of them with their guns. I was absolutely shocked. These guns were very effective against the zombies. Together we defeated the horde, but the Western faction had lost some men. On days 28 through 35, we stayed with the Western faction. They didn't believe us at first, but now they were willing to listen. The zombie attack had scared some sense into them. We told them about our home, about the Ice Giants and about the Northern faction, and we told them about the zombie attacks too. They showed us their guns, and I was very impressed. These would really help defeat the zombies. Things weren't always peaceful, however. We helped them defend against the zombies again and again and again. Yet no matter how many zombies we killed, more would just keep on coming. Eventually, I begged for the Western faction to help us. It took a really long time, but I convinced them that we were stronger together. I waved goodbye and set off home to the Northern Realm. On days 36 through 46, we returned to the North Realm. The journey was very hard. The zombie attacks continued every single day. They were growing relentless, and we were getting exhausted. I hope my family was okay. Finally, at the end of our long journey, we arrived at the North Tribe. Yet when we finally returned home, the place was completely empty. There was no sign of my parents, and there was no sign of the North Tribe.
What do we do now?
I stood for a moment, deep in thought. What will my dad do in this moment? Suddenly, I had an amazing idea. We must go and find the wise old wizard. My dad said he was the protector of the realm. He will know what to do. Helga and Braxton agreed with me. We searched the tribal faction for supplies, then set off for Mount Terror. On days 47 through 58, we traveled to see the mystical wise old wizard. The journey was long, and we rarely had a moment's peace. The zombies were relentless. We were attacked every single day and every single night. And at the end of our journey, we were exhausted. But we finally made it to Mount Terror. And to the surprise of no one, the zombies were already attacking the local tribespeople. My friends and I jumped into battle. I had to save these people. Nobody deserved to die to a zombie. My friends joined me, and together we defeated the zombie horde.
I never thought I would be thanking an ice giant, but thank you very much.
We're here to see the wise old wizard. The tribal leader pointed to the top of the mountain, and my friends and I set off on our climb. On day 59, we arrived at the top of Mount Terror. The wise old wizard was waiting for us. He stood quietly as we told him our tale. We told him all about the ice giants. We told him all about the North Tribe. We even told him about the Western Tribe, and the wise old wizard was nodding his head the entire time.
I do not know who created the zombies. I also do not know what happened to your parents. All I know is that we must stop this, and I know just the person to help.
Together we descended the mountain and left to find more survivors. On days 60 through 67, we traveled to our next destination. Having a wizard on the journey made dealing with the zombies that much easier. If I thought having guns helped killing zombies, I was not ready for what spells could do. As our journey continued, we arrived in a strange and scary place. My friends and I were a little bit concerned. What kind of help could we find in such a terrifying place? In the distance, among the trees, we could see the zombies standing and waiting for us. The wise old wizard stepped forward.
Come now, Mr. Death himself. Would you allow these zombies to trespass on your lands?
Suddenly, a horde of skeletons rose out of the ground, and there, cloaked in blood red, was Mr. Death himself. Without mercy, the skeletons attacked the zombie horde, one group of undead beings fighting another. As a living, breathing ice giant, this battle was horrifying to watch. I could never imagine such a scene when I was a baby. Before too long, the skeletons had killed all the zombies in the area. The wise old wizard just smiled a knowing smile, and together we approached the Grim Reaper. On days 68 through 72, we negotiated with Mr. Death himself. It was very difficult to convince him. Why should he care about the affairs of man? Why should he care about the affairs of the living? The wise old wizard was a very smart and cunning speaker. He convinced Mr. Death himself that if the zombies ate every single person alive, there would be no more skeletons, just hordes of zombies across the whole land. Reluctantly, Mr. Death himself agreed.
Before you leave, I have something to tell you. I know the secrets to the zombie horde.
Mr. Death himself and the wise old wizard had a secret conversation out of earshot from everyone else. When the conversation was over, the wise old wizard had a scared look on his face.
This zombie problem is bigger than I feared. Come with me. We must be swift.
On days 73 through 79, we traveled far and wide. The zombies continued to attack every single day, but we kept defeating them without too much problem. Yet no matter how many we would defeat, their numbers would just keep on growing. Before long, we would be overrun. We arrived in a land beside the sea and came upon a giant zombie horde. They were attacking a pirate ship. With practiced ease, we jumped into battle. The zombies were no match for the wise old wizard and his friends. I slammed my fists again and again and again into their bodies. Before long, we had killed them all.
Thank you so much for saving us.
The wise old wizard had revealed the woman to be Kira the Pirate Queen, and she was the leader of all the pirates. Unlike the Western Tribe or Mr. Death himself, Kira was much easier to convince. She was more than willing to join our alliance of wiping out all the zombies. Once again, the old man stood off to the side having a private conversation with Kira the Pirate Queen, and he returned to the group with a very surprised look on his face.
While they were sailing, some curious pirates had stumbled upon the North Tribe and the Ice Giants, but they were in a very strange place.
In that moment, I was so happy, and together we set off to go and find my parents. On days 80 through 86, we traveled to the ancient realm, and there, among the buildings, was my family and the North Tribe. They had survived and escaped the zombie horde, though it seemed like the zombie horde followed them here. Without thinking, we all leapt into battle. I was so happy to see my family. I had to protect my parents. The battle raged on and on and on, but before long, we defeated all the zombies. Once the dust settled, I was overcome with sadness. So few people had survived the battle. Suddenly, my mother came to see me.
Hugo, I'm so sorry. Your father, he didn't make it.
My sadness turned to grief. My dad was so smart, and he was so strong, but now he was gone, and there was a giant hole left in the Ice Giant tribe. I summoned my courage and faced my mother. My father was a great Ice Giant. He was the leader of our people. I hope I can be half as great as he was. My mother looked at me with a big warm smile, and all the Ice Giants surrounded me in a big group hug. They accepted me as their leader. On days 87 through 99, we prepared for war. The Northern Tribe put their blacksmiths to work, and they crafted for me a sturdy helmet and very powerful swords. I was no longer a baby, and I was no longer a child. Now I was fully grown and the leader of the Ice Giants. What was left of the North Tribe was here, and they were ready for battle. My fellow Ice Giants were also here, and they would fight until the very end. The Western Tribe arrived before long, bringing with them a lot of guns. Kira the Pirate Queen came with all of her pirates, and they brought their own big guns as well. As expected, Mr. Death himself was fashionably late, but he came with all of his skeletons, and together we would face the zombie horde. Every day the zombies would test our armies. Only small battles, nothing too big, and every day we would fight them back. We would begin to draw up new battle plans. The wise old wizard had found the main horde, and we were preparing to attack. Our battle plan was firmly in place. We sounded the horn to advance the army and left the ancient realm to save the world. On day 100, we entered the Legacy Realm. There, in the center of a large canyon, stood an old church. The wise old wizard had told us that this was the place that caused the zombie horde. Some evil acolytes were here, and their dark rituals had summoned the zombies. If we could defeat them, we could stop the zombie plague. All of our armies moved into position. The only thing standing between us and salvation was a massive zombie horde. I tightened my grip on my new weapons and signaled the attack. Our massive armies clashed with the zombie horde. The Ice Giants froze them with their powerful breath. The Barbarian Tribe hacked at them with their axes. The Western Tribe mowed them down with their guns. The Pirates exploded them with their bombs. And Mr. Death himself, with his skeletons, attacked without fear. We were beginning to win the battle, but the acolytes kept summoning more zombies. If we didn't stop them, we would lose by sheer numbers. I made my way around the outside of the battle, and I infiltrated their backlines. The acolytes were undefended. I charged into battle using my great flaming swords. With the last acolyte killed, the zombie hordes got no more reinforcements, and soon they were overrun by our armies. We did it! We defeated the zombie horde! We saved the entire world!